Hello. The Sun is about to transit from the 7th house to the 8th house of Cancer ascendants. The Sun was there in the 7th house with three more planets uh, for about 1 to 1.5 months. It was there in the 7th house with Mars, Venus, and Mercury. So these are the four planets which influence in short run because they move across a house uh, within 1 to 1.5 months. As they move fast, their influences are short term. The other planets, North Node, Saturn, Jupiter, South Node, these planets they move slowly across the house. Usually they take at least they take more than a year. When it comes to Saturn, it takes about 2.5 years to completely move across a house. As they move slowly, those are the planets regarded as slow moving planets and their influences are long run. Now, when the Sun arrives the 8th house, the North Node is already there because it's a planet which influences in long run. It was there in the 8th house since 18th May 2025 and it will continue to stay there in the 8th house up to 5th December 2026. So it will influence in is long run and negative for the Cancer ascendants because 8th house is the worst house of any birth chart. Rahu also called North Node in the 8th house means negative influences for the Cancer ascendants, obstacles, illnesses, and stress related matters. Likewise, negative influences. The first planet to arrive the 8th house from the 7th house is Mercury because there were four planet conjunction in the 7th house: Sun, Mars, Venus, and Mercury. The first planet to leave that conjunction is Mercury on 5th February. It arrived 8th house and conjuncted North Node. Whatever the planet arrives here, 8th house usually it exerts malefic influences because it's the worst house. Why it is regarded as the worst house? Because this is the place which resembles setbacks in life, losses, obstacles, stress, pain, sorrow, and life-threatening situations, death, and the lifespan. So much of those are highly negative. So this is the place which it shows the maximum. So that's why it is regarded as the worst place. So whatever the planet comes here, the impact is negative. And they carries the negative influences for the houses which they represent. So the Mercury, once it arrives here on 3rd February, it will stay there in the 8th house up to 11th April. So it's bad for the places it represents. Mercury represents 3rd house. 3rd house resembles siblings and your courage, activeness, and also your dedication, your targets, likewise, and it's negative for them. And then the Venus arrives on 6th February. It will be there up to 2nd March. And Venus resembles your 4th house and 11th house. 11th house means your income and social affairs. So negative when the Venus is here in the 8th house. And also 4th house resembles your properties, means long-term fixed assets like land, buildings, your place of residence, so on. So negative for them when the Venus is in the 8th house. In fact, 8th house resembles your mother and also your heartly emotions. Emotions generate from your heart. or the impulses generated from your heart. So negative for them also. Then the third house about to arrive, 8th house is Sun. The Sun arrives here on 13th February and it will be there up to 15th March. The Sun represents second house. Second house resembles your wealth and savings. It's not the place which resembles income. 11th house is the place which resembles income, but this second house resembles whatever you gather as your money. That means savings, wealth and savings. And also this second house resembles your family life, the life after your marriage and the family life. And also about your speech, whatever you gain or lose from your speech. All these things are resembled by your second house. Now the south node is in a very negative state or the enemy state in the second house in the long run. It was there in the second house since 18th May 2025 and it will continue to stay there up to 5th December 2026. Once the Jupiter reaches here on 31st October, things will be better for the matters governed by second house. Until that, mostly things are negative for the second house. Now that's the impact of north node, not the north node, south node. That is long run, in the long run. But in short run, Sun also arrives 8th house. Sun is the planet which governs the second house, lord of the second house. So as the lord of the second house, when it arrives the 8th house means short-term negative influence for the matters resembled by second house. Now you can understand what I am saying. Now the last planet to arrive the 8th house is Mars. So the Mars governs the 5th house and the 10th house. 10th house resembles your profession and your father. 9th house also resembles your father. Sun also resembles your father. Now, see, the lord of the 8th house and the lord of the 9th house is Jupiter. It is in 12th house. Now, I will repeat it again. Your father resembled by 9th house and 10th house. Also by the sun, the planet Sun. Here the Sun also regarded as a planet. So now the Sun is in a bad place from 13th February up to 15th March. And the Sun is in the 9th house. Lord of the 10th house, Mars also in the worst place of the birth chart, that means 8th house. And the Lord of the 9th house, the Jupiter is also in a bad place, means 12th house. All these mean it's a bad time for your father also. So, also, Mars resembles your profession. 10th house also resembles your profession. That's a bad time for your profession or your employment. And the 5th house also is the other place where the Mars rules. The 5th house resembles your education, children or your love affairs. So negative time for all these until 2nd April when the Mars is going to stay there in your 8th house. From 23rd February onwards, now all the 5 planets are here. That means a rare 5 planet conjunction takes place in your 5th house. But that is not ordinary because it's the worst house. So more negative for your life, that period. So you also have to be cautious on yourself, your safety and security. because Sun and Mars also there. They will exert short-term problems also, like troublesome situations, then accidents, then sudden health failures, likewise acts of enemies, or whatever comes which threatens your life. In short, it's life-threatening situations. You have to be safe, and you have to be cautious about yourself. You have to take care of your safety and security during this period where these planets stay there, except Rahu, because Rahu is going to stay there in the long run. You have to concern about the time frame. Those 4 planets stay in 8th house. Luckily, Saturn is out of this problem to a great extent, because Saturn is in the 9th house. Mostly when a planet is in the 9th house, it gives either good positive influences, or at least it doesn't give negative influences. So that is there. You have a little relief, as this Saturn acts mostly in a kind of neutralized or positive manner when it is in the 2nd house, in the 9th house, and it will stay there up to 3rd June 2027. But the influence of Jupiter is not favorable. It's in the 12th house. Illnesses, then spendings more, expenditure, and sometimes the expenditure for social welfare or religious matters or whatever, and also illnesses, more traveling, or also there might be legal issues. Likewise, it's a bad place for the Jupiter, the 12th house, and it will be there up to 2nd June, and then it will move to 1st house or lagna bhava and get exalted. It will there in the 1st house in exalted manner from 2nd June up to 31st October. It is highly positive for the Cancer ascendant, because the Jupiter resembles the 9th house, or the rules the 9th house, which resembles the luck and fortune. So the luck and fortunes might come to your life and your head during 2nd June to 31st October. When the Jupiter is in the exalted form in the 1st house or the lagna bhava, it aspects 1st house, 4th house, 10th house and 7th house, and also 5th house and 9th house. 6 houses. All those are highly favorable, positive aspects, and good or positive influences might be brought to those matters governed by those 6 houses. Then the 31st October, it arrives the 2nd house. The Ketu or the south node is already there, but Jupiter becomes friendly there in the 2nd house, and it will be able to overpower much of the negative influences of south node and exert positive influence for the matters governed by the 2nd house. Positive influences for your wealth and savings, positive influences for your family life or the life after your marriage, and positive influences for your speech. That is good. So this positive time for the 2nd house will continue up to 13th December 2026. So that is a good time.